Hey, welcome to video number 176 of Walker This Way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things
BNI and networking.
I am Mark Simmons, and you are where, Hazel Walker?
I am at the Gaylord Resort in Denver, Colorado. It's actually Aurora, not far from the airport. And I'm here for Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat. So I'm networking.
You are networking, and you're very high, the Mile High City.
A mile high, yeah.
Mile High City. Hey, so Hazel, pretty soon Easter's coming. Easter's coming. And one of the representations of Easter is the Easter bunny and the Easter basket and Easter eggs. And inside the basket, you put your Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Speaking of putting all your eggs in one basket, let's talk about some networking and putting all your networking eggs in one basket.
One basket.
Yeah. I know that was a stretch.
That's a stretch, but it's good. I like the analogy.
But it works, right? It works. And so one
sounds like a lot of BNI members with their membership.
That's right. And we hear a lot about that when we talk to members, either in conversations or you're doing one-to-ones or even onboarding. They're applicants at that point. About where do you network? And I don't. Or the members like, yeah, just BNI, which is all your eggs in that one basket.
Yeah, they do actually. I've heard a lot of members go, no, I don't, because I've even said, are you a member of the Chamber of Commerce? Or are you a member of Toastmasters? And I'll ask those questions. And they always say, no, I just, I have BNI. That's my whole network.
Right.
And if that's your entire network, what do you bring to the table? That's always my question. Then what do you bring to the table? Where are you? You've got to be networking. So BNI is about working your network, right? So the people you put in the room are your network that you're actively working, right? You're working with them and for them, and you're collaborating. Networking is going out and meeting more people that you can add to your network to expand, and you can work with and generate more business, not just for you, but for all your fellow members. So I always question, what do you bring to the table if you're not networking anywhere? Like you seriously, you get up in the morning, you go to work, you go to a BNI meeting once a week, and you go home, and that's it.
Yeah.
What do you bring to the table? Where's the value?
Mm-hmm.
How are you generating one-to-ones? How are you going to bring one visitor a month? I don't get it. And so you need a diverse, and I think Ivan's done podcasts on that. You need a diverse network.
Right,
and we typically recommend a closed contact, which is BNI, an open contact, which are the chambers of commerce, right? And maybe like a Toastmasters or a Rotary Club or something like that, more of a community organization, some kind of thing like that. And then, of course, serve on a board of directors. I used to be head of the Warren Township Council for the School of Warren Schools. And that was a huge network with all the different schools and all the different PTAs and all the different leaders.
Right.
So I learned a lot from that, but it gave me a lot of really great connections, which I was able to give as referrals to a lot of the members in my chapter.
Yeah. In when chapters are interviewing and onboarding, they focus a lot, membership committees focus a lot on tell me about your business. How long have you been in business? What have you done in your business, which is only part of it. Yeah, you don't want somebody who's been in business a week, right? You want a proven record of business and they've built trust in the community, whatever. That's part of it. But the other part is because accountability in BNI is referrals and visitors, where are they pulling them from?
Yeah.
And if they don't have it, a member will struggle in BNI as a member.
Yeah, and they have to open their mind a little bit about what is a network too.
That's true. Because I don't have a network, but when you start to dig deep and you start asking questions like, well, where are you hanging out? Do you have kids? Do you go to sports? Do you go to school? If no kids, what are you doing socially? Like it goes on. What
are your hobbies and activities? Do you go bicycling? I mean, if you think about Garth and that bicycling group he's with, right? Yep. There's like 100 people.
The Brainiacs. Yeah.
And the Brainiacs are all very, very connected.
Right.
right? They're really, really connected with each other. And my attorney used to say, I get my best referrals from as the coach of my son's soccer team.
Right?
Because all the parents trust me, right? And they come to
Yeah.
me with all kinds of legal problems.
Yeah.
Right. So networking is not just about all the business organizations, but what are all your social organizations?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And by the way, your worst network, which one do you think is your worst network?
I'm not even going to touch that one.
It's your family.
Okay. Well,
It's your worst. They're your worst.
I love you, family. I didn't say it.
I love you too, but you guys are the worst. They don't think about you in a business frame of mind. And my mother and my brothers and sisters were all notorious for, oh yeah, I found, who did that remodel on your bathroom? Oh, I found them. I found them on the bulletin board at the grocery store, and I was at Lowe's and I saw there, and I hired them to come do this electrical work. Well, that would be why you're having problems.
So, right. But to that point, this is a side note. This is a good reason why you want to have as a guest a family member. Bring, it's not on a continuous basis. Like my mom still asks me to this day, I don't understand what you do. What is that thing you do? Right. And they may not know. And the only way to know is to bring them to a meeting once so they can meet your network and meet your people. That's what your mom did. Right. And
they became her people.
They were her people. Yeah. After visiting.
I know people that can do that.
Exactly.
Right. And she only had to go once or twice, but then she had a better understanding of what I did.
Yeah.
Not clear, but better.
But a better, yeah. And she used the products and services of members in the chapter, which is what, an end goal would be.
Correct. That's exactly right. So, but if I expect to get most or any of my referrals from my brothers and sisters or my aunts and uncles and cousins, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, because they think of me as their niece, their granddaughter, their daughter, their sister. They don't think of me, oh, Hazel's this business professional that's got all these people and all these connections. She's got a really great, that's not who I am to them.
Right.
So your network has to go beyond just your family into some other activities. And there's lots of school activities, church activities, hobbies, right? Bowling leagues. I mean, I think about Stephen and his poker group. Right. A lot of times I'll say, I need la la la, and he'll know someone in the poker group.
Yeah.
I know someone, right? And he invites them to things. So yeah, you got to think about your network has to be more than just BNI. BNI cannot be everything.
Yeah. So the question we're asking you is, are all your eggs in one basket? And if your first thought is, well, I only network in BNI, we want to really encourage you to think deeper about where you actually are networking. Like, what are you doing?
Networking? Are you coming to the big networking event we're having for you and meeting people cross chapter?
Yeah.
Right? Making connections across chapter. Are you going to the big chamber events and walking around the trade shows and meeting the people who have booths, because those are people trying to make money.
Right.
You could invite them to come visit your chapter. But if you're not going to these events, you're going to these things and you're just doing BNI, it's
going to struggle.
Yeah, you'll struggle. It's a kiss of death.
Yeah. So think about your networks. Think about what you're doing in BNI, outside of BNI, where you're hanging with your friends groups, religious, non-religious, kids, no kids, wherever. You're probably doing something, unless you actually are just sitting at home every single day doing nothing.
Unless you're a cave dweller, as I've always called them, cave dwellers.
If your life is Netflix and chill, that's cool too. That's cool. But think about your networks, and we're encouraging you to. I hate the term think outside the box, but it really is outside the box, outside of the television. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to think of all of them, all of the places you're interacting with people.
All right. Get it done. Think about your networks. Till next time, Hazel Walker.
Bye.
Bye.